this year. How nice was that second half, especially against Notre Dame, against Dallas?
Well, as an offensive line, we knew we had to, run the ball, and so we kind of took it upon ourselves, like, look, like we got to go. All five of us did a great job doing our jobs and getting the ball downfield, and luckily it showed in the second half.
For you personally, this was your first start. What was it like? What was it? How was it breaking in?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like nervous at the start. It's 106,000, in the stadium. But after the first couple of drives, I calmed down. I was like, look, like Coach Day, Coach Fry, all of the brotherhood, they're behind me. They believe in me. So I was like, I just gotta go out there and play.
You say the first couple of drives. Is there any specific play that maybe got you into the flow of the game that sort of broke in and got you, your head right?
Well, I wouldn't say anything like that. It was more of coming off to the sideline and having all my brothers there like, hey, Donnie, like, you got this. Like, you're good, bro. Just go out there and play like you always do. So I was like, hey, like, if everybody behind me believes in me, I got no reason not to believe in myself.
How do you evaluate your play from Saturday night? How did you feel you did?
Well, I feel like it was a nice start. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, rather where I need to be. So that just comes with a competitive stamina. Getting better every week, staying consistent. I feel like if I just keep on that track, I'll get to where I need to be.
There was that sack early. How much of that kind of eye opener into okay, I'm a big time college football right now?
Well, yeah, certainly that didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but it's I just had to like wipe it off, get after the next play. College football ain't high school football for a reason, so I just had to keep going.
Where do you go from here? You talked about there being more you need to add, more you need to improve. What are those areas?
Well, there's a multitude of areas. Even the stuff I'm good at, there's still many things I need to improve on. I can go into a long tangent of what I need to improve on, but basically it's just getting back to the fundamentals and just staying powerful, being a good piece to this offense and this team.
From your perspective, what wasn't quite clicking on offense early for you guys that maybe changed as the game went on?
Well, we just had to settle in as an offense, and I feel like once we did, we got the ball rolling.
What was it like in the midst of that 95-yard drive? And, yeah, CJ hit a couple of passes, but it was Trivia and it was Meyer, and y'all were blowing them off the ball to a certain extent. What was it like to be out there in the middle of that?
Well, it was a great feeling. Obviously when your offense is successful, and as offensive line when you're running the ball well, you can't help but get excited. So I feel like we just rode that momentum down the field. And obviously all five guys, all 11 guys, I would say, not just O-line, all 11 of us were doing our job, and we were all clicking.
Matt said that he had a 102-degree fever right before the game. Battle through that quite well. What would you want to say about that?
Well, I would say Matt's nothing short of a warrior. Like he was obviously like out of it for a really long time. He was getting IVs, getting like trying to like come back, but like he game time came and Coach Fry was like, Matt, you're good, and he was like, Coach Fry, I got this. Like I'm not gonna let my team down. So like I give nothing but all my respect to Matt. He battled through a lot coming to this game, and when he showed out there and he balled out for the entire game.
Depending on Luke's status, going into the game this week, Matt could be at center, you'd be next to him, Enoch could be in there. How confident are you about that matchup, about that combination?
Well, I feel like we're very confident. I feel like all those guys are prepared to do whatever the team needs, and that includes all of us on the O-line. So we're just getting prepared for this week and try to be the best we can be.
Donovan, when a guy like Enoch gets into the game late like he did, you call that counterplay and he kicks that guy out for a big game there. How'd you guys celebrate that in the O-line when you were watching this match?
Well, it just goes back to what Coach Day says about competitive excellence. Making the play when your number's called. Enoch's number was called, and he had a great kickoff block and got a great gain off of it. So like we all know that once our number's called, we gotta get after it, and Enoch's a perfect example of that.
How different do you think you'll feel for the second game?
Well, I feel like now that I have one under my belt, especially the magnitude of that game, I feel like I'm used to it a lot more. I just gotta like play my game, play Ohio State game, and I feel like I'll be all right.
That's a hell of a debut to have to make.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, and they talked a little trash before the game and all that. What was that whole feeling like?
Well, obviously at the end of the game it was a great feeling, but we wiped it off on Sunday, so we're moving on to Arkansas State this week.
Did y'all address the trash talk?
Um,
I mean, with them?
I didn't. you know. I feel like as a unit,
Trash talker at dressing for you guys.
uh,
Which one was it? It's got to be going on there.
I feel like we all just make our statements known sometimes. I'm not gonna point out an individual, but yeah.
Both JT and Zach said Mike Hall is maybe Aaron Donald.
Mm.
What makes him so good as a guy that you go up against?
Well, with Mike, it's hard to set on him because like he could easily beat you with speed, so you got to get your depth. But then once you get your depth, he can beat you with power because he's about as strong as anybody else on this team. So whenever Mike lines up on me, I always get my antennas up because I know I have to. If I'm not on my A game, he's going to be high fiving CJ in the backfield. So like Mike is a great player. I'm ecstatic for him and what he did the first game, but it's that's week one. We're on to week two, and I feel like he has a lot in store for this program.
You were here last year. He was here last year. We were here this about him last year. What changed?
With Mike, I would say it's just I feel like just I don't know, you gotta ask Mike about that, but it's just me observing. I feel like he's just like flowing out there. It's just it's like his game out there, and he's just playing it. That's he's playing free. But that goes with everybody on the D line. I feel like the whole D line does a great job of just playing whistle to whistle, and it's as an offensive lineman has to block them every day. It's not the greatest feeling, but I know that they're getting us better because iron sharpens iron.
Donovan, you've talked a couple times about moving on to Arkansas State, moving on to week 2. How do you kind of keep the same level of intensity this week after there's so much build up to that first game?
Well, I think that goes back to competitive stamina. You gotta have the stamina to go week to week to week, and we respect Arkansas State. Watching the film, they have a lot of talented guys, and so we just have to play our game.
Couple more questions, folks. What was your view of Mayan Williams in the last part of that drive the other night? How would you describe how he was running?
Well, he was running hard. You don't have to have me say that. I feel like everybody saw that, but mine's one of those guys where like if the first tackle don't get him, he's going to take off for even more. So having backs like that behind you makes a job as offensive lineman even easier.
And that competitive stamina you talk about, it's almost like a boxing thing with heavyweights. Keep giving them body blows until they kind of weaken, right? I mean, that's what it looked like you guys got accomplished in that second half. The last 20 minutes of the second half, did it feel like that on the field?
Well, we had the looks we wanted coming into it, so we just had to leave it to execution at that point. And all 11 guys executed in the way they were coached and taught, and the results showed.
When you go through and critique your first game, the first full game like that, and Coach Fry goes in and critiques it, does it raise your expectations for the next game? Are you going into this game with a better view of what you can do or you should be able to do that sort of thing?
Well, we don't want to become stagnant, especially at this university. Everyone always has something to improve on. So it wasn't just me. It was everybody in this building. We had a starting point, but that starting point isn't where we need to be. So we just got to keep working every day, keep stacking days.
Donovan, did you guys know that you were getting ready to get into a grind on that final touchdown drive there? With Jackson going out early and the way that they were playing some really solid pass defense. Were you guys kind of prepping yourself like, all right, it's showtime?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I feel like during at the start of that drive, we as a unit we were kind of like, okay, like we gotta go. Like this isn't something that we have to like delay anymore. Like we have to get off the ball. We have to run. And having that mindset every play, obviously helped out the team to reach a bigger goal.
And when you finally pushed the ball to the end zone, was it kind of like, all right, we know we can do this, compared to, like last year, where a lot of drives were dependent upon CJ throwing the football. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, Coach Day, Coach Wilson are asking you guys to get up front and grind it out. And when that happens, what kind of accomplishment, I guess, are you feeling at the end of that drive and at the end of the game, just as a whole?
Right. So in the offseason, obviously, we emphasize fight and toughness, in the offensive line room. That makes up like half your game right there. So in the offseason, we knew we had to get after it. We didn't want to have the same. You know, we didn't have to rely on someone to like relieve the offensive line. Like we should be able to hold our own and not like hold anyone back, rather. So we were like during that drive, we just had to like keep on pushing, keep on pounding it, and having that mentality really helped us out.
Donovan, thank you very much.
Folks, we'll see you on the